What kind of country is Kazakhstan? Kazakhstan is the largest landlocked country in the world. He spans two continents, Eurasia. And that's the size of Western Europe. It is the 9th largest country in the world by land area. It has the second lowest population density in Eurasia. Second only to Mongolia, about 7 people per square kilometer. It is one of the emptiest countries in the world. Kazakhstan used to be the 4th nuclear power in the world. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, Kazakhstan has inherited a large number of nuclear weapons. Its nuclear warheads is as high as about 1,410, and only to the United States at the time, Russia, and Ukraine. Kazakhstan also has hundreds of intercontinental missiles. SF, as NATO calls Satan. 18 heavy ICBM. This was built in the Soviet Union. The most powerful intercontinental missile ever built, the world's largest 10 trillion tons equivalent nuclear warhead. It can carry up to 8 warheads. Range of up to 16,000 kilometers. But Kazakhstan retain its status as a major power for long. Under the leadership of the United States, May 23, 1992. United States, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan 5. In Portugal, for books signed and agreed. Provisions for Ukraine, Belarus. 3 countries in Kazakhstan in the next 7 years. Destroy all nuclear weapons. Kazakhstan's nuclear weapons destruction program, completed in August 1996, became a nuclear-free country. Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. It is the oldest in the world, one of the most frequently used space launch sites. Founded in 1955. October 4, 1957. The Soviet Union at the Baikonur launch. Success. World's first man-made Earth satellite. Sputnik 1. This feat marked the official beginning of humanity. The exploration of space. April 12, 1961. Soviet cosmonauts are courteous. And aboard the Vostok 1 manned spacecraft. Departure from Baikonur launch site. Become the world's human to enter space. Over the next few decades, the Soviet Union is running the first human space station, and multiple manned spacecraft and space shuttles. And the space shuttle Blizzard is even more renowned. The pinnacle of Soviet space history. That was the best performance in the world at the time. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 19, Baikonur factory belongs to Kazakhstan. After entering the 21st, Russia launched from here. Soyuz manned spacecraft and the Progress cargo ship. It provides favorable support for the International Space Station. The current Baikonur space launch. The field is still the life infra of the International Space Station. Every year, Russia sends money to Kazakhstan, about $115 million in rent. Lease period to 2050. Kazakhstan is a global resource powerhouse. Oil with proven reserves of about 30 billion barrels. 3% of the world's total reserves. Oil reserves rank first among the 5 Central Asian countries. 12th in the world. The price of No. 90 to gasoline. About 3.5 yuan per liter. Less than half of domestic oil prices. It is the world's largest oil producer and the second largest oil reserves. Oil production accounts for 43% of global total production. Oil reserves are about 1.50 million tons. It accounts for about 19% of the world's proven reserve, second only to Australia. Mineral-free reserves are 2 million tons. No, one in the world. More than 50% of global reserves. The reserves of each mine rank first in the world. Total reserves exceed 230 million tons, third of the world's reserves. Proven lead reserves are 14.8 million tons. That's 10.1% of the world's reserves. Sixth in the world. To explore the star reserves for 7.4 million tons. That's 3.5% of the world's reserves. Fourth in the world. The geological reserves of coal reached 176.7 billion tons. Of the world's coal reserves. Ranked first in the 8. Others such as the world's fourth largest mineral reserves. Copper reserves rank 4th in the world. Iron ore reserves rank 6th in the world. Natural gas reserves are equally abundant, with proven natural gas reserves, about 1.80 trillion cubic meters. Benefit from abundant natural resources. Kazakhstan and energy. Metal wild chain, the chemical industry and other fields have strong competitiveness. These industries, not only for Kazakhstan, bringing considerable economic benefit, it also promoted the acceleration of the country's industrialization process. Its processing and light industries are relatively backward. Consumer goods rely on imports. It is the largest producer of horse meat in the world. The annual production of horse meat is about 60,000 tons, mostly for export. Exports account for more than 70% of its total output. With over 29 million hectares of arable land, about 11% of the country's land is suitable for. The per capita arable land area is about 1.53 hectares, second in the world, second only to Australia. It is the 14th largest wheat producer in the world. Total wheat production in 2023 is approximately 12.1 million tons, 1.5% of global production. It is one of the top 10 food exporters in the world. Wheat exports account for about 4% of the world market. In 2023, Kazakhstan's GDP will be $261.4 billion. GDP per capita is $13,136, and it is a true leader of the 5 Central Asian countries. Overall average monthly salary in Kazakhstan, roughly 382,000 interval, equivalent to RMB around 6,100 yuan. The mining industry has the highest average monthly salary, about 692,000 interval, equivalent to RMB around 11,210 yuan. Although the overall salary level is somewhat reflected, but the wealth distribution in Kazakhstan, there is a serious imbalance. Wealth is highly concentrated in the hands of a few, approximately 0.01% of high net worth, and it controls about 50% of the country. Wealth, and most people have relatively low levels of wealth. Up to 96.6% of the adult population is wealthy, less than $10,000. Kazakhstan implements a free health care policy for all, regardless of what was the complexion, as long as a person resides in the country. Have access to basic medical services. Elderly care. As long as the Social Security is paid on, individuals can receive it from the state after retirement. Get a pension. For families with 6 or more children, Government of Kazakhstan will be exempt from all Social Security contribution obligations. This policy is designed to encourage fertility and ensure that these families with many children, they can also lead a worry-free life in retirement. In Kazakhstan, the stages of education from primary school to university don't have to pay tuition fees, and also provide living grants for students to help them pay for their meals, accommodation, and other daily expenses. Make sure they don't lose out because of financial problems. Although Kazakhstan provided free education and living grant policies, but teach quality and quotas remain, is a matter of concern. There has been a territorial dispute with China, but in the end, returned about 1,100 square kilometers of Chinese territory to resolve territorial disputes with China. Several rounds of border negotiations were held with China. After years of frustration and effort, the parties in 1994 and 1998 signed the China-Kazakhstan Border Agreement respectively, and the China-Kazakhstan Boundary Supplementary Agreement, and that was followed by 10 years of exploration. Finally, in 2008, a borderline of more than 1,700 kilometers has been established. In the process, returned about 1,100 square kilometers of Chinese territory. These territories include multiple plots of land, such as the Charsalela Pass, Sakhanipo area. These lands in the disputed area of Mount Balak West Road. Return of the settlement of territorial disputes between China and Kazakhstan. Bilateral relations is of great significance. So, what kind of country is Kazakhstan? Here we go. Let's walk into this inland pearl together. A country of great reputation. Examine his geography and humanities in detail. City scenery and historical culture. Republic of Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan for short. Located in Central Asia. About 15% of the land belongs to the European part. The remaining part is located in Asia. The land area is 2.7 million square kilometers. As of July 2024. Population 20.13 million. Kazakh. It is the largest ethnic group in Kazakhstan. Approximately 65.5% of the total population. Russian. It is the second largest ethnic group in Kazakhstan. That's about 20% of the population. Other ethnic groups include Uzbeks, Ukrainian, Yagur, German, Dada, etc. These nations, they form a diverse cultural community in Kazakhstan. Background. The main religion is Sunni Islam. The official language is Kazakh. It belongs to the Turkic language family. General Russian. Capital Astana. Astana used Minar Sultan. It is not just the capital of Kazakhstan, and the second largest city. It is also the country's politics, economic, and cultural center. Also the second coldest capital in the world. After Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. Lowest temperature in winter. Up to -40 degrees Celsius. The area is approximately 810.2 square kilometers. Population is about 1.2 million, located in the vast semi-northern part of Kazakhstan. Desert steppe. Adjacent to the Sim River. 1997. Astana has become the new leader of Kazakhstan. Both replaced the original capital Almaty. It is one of the youngest capitals in the world. Astana has multiple symbols and cultural significance. Major tourist attractions, like the Pyramid of Peace, Future Energy Museum, Grand Mosque, etc. Almaty is the largest city in Kazakhstan. Located on the southeastern border of the country. Close to China and Kyrgyzstan. In his early years, he was rich in Almaty has been given the reputation of Apple City. The city covers an area of about 682 square kilometers. Population about 2 million. Almaty region during the Qing dynasty. It used to be Chinese territory. It's called Gurban-Arimatu. Almaty lies at the foot of the Tianshan Mountains, with magnificent natural scenery, like Medvedev Peak, Kashtoba. Tourist attractions such as the Great Lake Almaty. The city also has many historical sites, buildings and attractions of cultural value, like the Ascension Cathedral. It is the second tallest wooden building in the world, attracting a large number of tourists. Kazakhstan's terrain is complex and diverse. Many plains and lowlands within the territory. There are also hills and mountains. 10th feature is the southeast high, northwest low. 60% of the land is desert and semi-desert. The north is a plain. There are Kazakh hills in the middle. Not much lowland in the southwest. Eastern mountainous region. The climate of Kazakhstan. It has a typical continental climate. The temperature difference between winter and summer is huge. Summer heat. Air drying. Less precipitation. The largest lake in Kazakhstan. It's Lake Balkhash, roughly east-west. It's about 605 kilometers from east, about 9 to 74 kilometers wide from north to south, of about 18,200 square kilometers. It is the fourth longest lake in the world, and largest inland lake in Central Asia. Lake Balkhash is renowned for its unique coolness. As for water phenomenon, due to the injection of the Li River in Xinjiang, China, Western Balkhash Lake, 5% to 80% of total water intake, and the eastern part lacks access to rivers. So the west is fresh water. The eastern part is salt water. Lake Balkhash was formerly known as the Ebo Sea ever since the Han Dynasty. dividing line along the northwestern frontier of ancient China. It was a place of ethnic activities in northwest China. He used to be the border lake between China and, but since 1864 China and the Russian Empire have signed a treaty. After publishing the Northwest Treaty, Balkhash officially secedes from China. Integration of the Soviet Union, it was returned to the Republic of Kazakhstan. The main rivers in Kazakhstan are Artysh River, Ural River, Andali rivers, etc. These rivers, not only for Kazakhstan, abundant water resources, it also contributes to the local ecological environment and economic development, played an important supporting role. The cuisine of Kazakhstan is rich and diverse. The aroma of pilaf and barbecue is overflowing. Mutton and horse sausage are unique. Soapwood and horse's milk are more ethnic flavors. Taste Balzac and scents. Feel the sweetness of dairy products and the mellowness of milk tea. Every bite is for Kazakhstan. The exploration and enjoyment of unique cultures. History of Kazakhstan. Experienced from ancient nomadic regimes to medieval Korea to Russian colonial rule, Soviet republics, and the evolution of independent states. Kazakhstan region in prehistoric times. There are people living there. Through the development of the Stone Age and the Bronze Age, with the rise of nomadic people, became the center of multiple nomadic regimes, like the Xiongnu. Kangju et al., 583 AD. Turkic Korea divided into East and West Turks. Kazakhstan is located in Western Turkic territory. In the 10th century, the Grolu people established Yehugwo here. Later, the Karahan dynasty was established. In 1124 years, all masters established Ziliacs of the Eastern and Western Karahan dynasties. Kazakhstan belongs to Western Liao. In 1218, the Mongol Empire went west and fell. Occupation of Central Asia, the establishment of Golden Palm Korea. Kazakhstan is under the rule of the Golden Palm of Korea. 456 descendants of Genghis Khan's Golden family. Rebuilding Kazakhstan and Korea. Officially break away from Golden Palm. At the turn of the 17th and 18th, Kazakhstan is divided in 3 parts of Chinese education capital and small education capital. 18th century. Russia begins its invasion of Kazakhstan. In 1864, Russia occupied the eastern part of Lake Balkhash, Empire lands to the south. So far, Kazakhstan has been fully owned by Russia. In 1872, the Tsar was in Kazakhstan, established an administrative management system. The fall of Kazakhstan and in 1936, Kazakhstan joined the Soviet Union. Become one of the Soviet republics. The Soviet Union collapsed in 1991. Kazakhstan declares independence. After independence, Kazakhstan relies on its abundant oil, nuclear mineral resources, rapid economic development. This is located in Eurasia, heartland countries. Due to its long history and culture, rapidly rising economic power, magnificent natural scenery and abundant natural resources, is gradually attracting the attention of the world. If there is a chance, do you long to step on this fused Guangmao, the land of grasslands and towering snow-capped mountains? Experience the unique charm of Kazakhstan for yourself. Or are you already in Kazakhstan? Leaving an unforgettable footprint and unique experiences. Welcome to the comment area to leave a message and share. Thanks everyone for watching Interesting World today. If you like our content, please don't be stingy with your likes and attention. I am Dafe. See you in the next video.